All right, this from Jack Duffin, so it's kind of interesting. If the Browns draft X, who is likely out? And this is, it's not position by position. These are guys that you look at, and he lists, DTR, Ford and Foreman as running backs, Prochet, Ricci, Hudson, your swing tackle, Dunn, your guard, Whippler, McGuire, Ika, Thomas, young guys, and you see the guys in the back half in the secondary. And the roster is kind of constructed that fully that you would have to look at that. Who do you think are kind of the most vulnerable of those that are listed?
Well, I mean, I look at the running back position, and I, for one, because as always, Andrew Berry's always trying to look for the now and look for the tomorrow. You look at it, and, Jerome Ford certainly would be a player who would be in his last year of his contract if he were here in 2025. I don't know why anybody thinks Jerome Ford is moving on. Almost over 1,200 total yards last year, 9 touchdowns. It just makes no sense to me. Dante Foreman's contract basically says that he is a guy that may most certainly not be here. With Nyheim Hines, the way he is signed, there are several roles Hines can do. Foreman could easily be a camp cut. He could be somebody that gets traded late in the summer when another team suffers an injury at the running back position and maybe wants to bring in a veteran presence. There's some other ones there. The wide receiver position. Prochet. Are we really that hung up on whether or not Prochet is part of this team? The kickoff rules have changed. I have a feeling that Jerome Ford was a good kickoff returner. He could be in play there. Elijah Moore could be in play there. Nyheim Hines has a repertoire of being a kickoff returner and a punt returner. So, for Prochet, I'm not so concerned. And again, you go to Siaki Ika, and it's not so much, necessarily on him. And yes, the Browns have always had propensity to protect their rookies and try to give them as much time as possible. But the clock is ticking for the Cleveland Browns in the way they're currently constructed. And it's all about how far they can get in the playoffs. If they feel there's a defensive tackle on their roster that is better than Siaki Ika, they either A, try to trade him for a future day 3 pick, or you release him, see if you can get him back on the practice squad. But I don't think, anybody is necessarily safe nowadays as far as the Cleveland Browns roster is concerned. The Browns feel like they have their core. If it's a change in depth or a change in philosophy, if one guy they feel differently 13, 15 months, when they previously first brought the player in, that's fine. They're going to make the move. They have to do what is best for their team now.